Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Well, if you love cakes and cookies and cupcakes and, well, anything else that's yummy and sweet, you're going to love our next guest, Lori Horton. Lori, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in very early for us.
Good morning.
You've got something great that on Fox 14 at 7 a.m. we're going to be making up, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, just tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into all of this?
Oh, you know, I feel like I've been doing this all my life. I own a business in Pittsburgh. I've been open for 22 years, but before that, I always loved baking with my grandma, with my mom. It's just kind of a family tradition. We just loved to always be in the kitchen.
And of course, you know, not everybody likes to cook every day, but this is something that you thoroughly enjoy. But you do specialty things. You kind of do these sweets and stuff. You're not necessarily cooking dinner for everyone.
No, I draw a thick line between baking and cooking. Very different, very different.
And see, for somebody like me, I'm not in the kitchen that often. To me, they're both the same thing, but they really are two different things.
They really are. You know, cooking is kind of one of those things. I'm out of this, I throw in a little of that. Baking is more of a science. Those ingredients are in there, those ratios are there for a reason. And if you screw it up, it just doesn't work.
Oh, well, and it's very easy for me to mess things up. So you mentioned you've been doing this for quite some time. What got you really into some of these specialty delicious treats here?
You know, I think I really equate it back to my grandma. She was the person that couldn't put anything on the table that didn't look good. She thoroughly believed that you eat with your eyes first. And so, you know, it has to taste good, but it also has to look pretty. So to me, you can't just put anything out unless it just looks cute too.
Yeah, and that's actually a very true statement, because you go to a restaurant sometimes, you know, buffets especially. It's kind of one of the things you do is you scan over the buffet and you look at what looks good first,
right.
And then you find out what it is and whether or not you actually want it, or if it smells good too. And these smell absolutely delicious.
Yes, you guys are missing out on the aroma of peanut butter this morning, so.
See, that's one of the things, if we had smell-o-vision, this is one of the times that it would
really work on that.
Really come in handy, because boy, they smell delicious. And we're going to be making these again here in about an hour or so over on Fox 14. When it comes to, you know, doing desserts, how do you figure out what kinds you want to make? How do you figure out what kind of recipe to do?
You know, I'll be honest, I make what I like. And thankfully I'm not a picky person, so I like it all, but you know, you got to taste test, you got to sample, that's that quality control element. So I tend to gravitate towards recipes that I like as well. This one's going to be very family friendly. I think even Chris will be able to make this when he gets home for the family. So it's going to be one that anybody can do, not a lot of specialty equipment or expensive ingredients. So very, very kid friendly.
And of course, everybody likes sweets and treats, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Lori, thanks for coming in this morning. Of course, she'll be right back here in about an hour over on Fox 14, and we're going to make these delicious things and tell you how to do that as well. We'll be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.